This is my first video on modding the Ridstar Q20. So, I did 3D print this ODI plate, bunch of other things, but I cracked the screen. So I bought a full twist and a new display. So let's assemble it. I was supposed to bring some sort of scissors or a knife so I can cut the cable tie, so I had to go back up and get that. But anyway, I took the seat off. That was a pain because you need to get right up close to here, and since I only have the stock tools, it was very hard. So if you have like one of those ones that you just put up and you go chick, 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 it's all good. So next step, what you got to do, you got to unwind all of these wires, and oh yeah, that will be the first step. So just unwind all of these wires and then that's it for now. Alright, so to get to the cable management wires, I need to take this front headlight, this ugly thing off, and same with this. And since I don't have any more cable ties, I'm probably just gonna, Alright, so this should just come off now. Oh, I forgot to. One there. And the final one. Nice. Now it should just come off. Also, I did 3D print this, so I'm pretty impressed with that. And now it's time to take off this ugly thing, and hope maybe I won't put it back on in the end because it just ruins everything. Alright, so I am just unscrewing this. That was nice and easy. And boom. Nice. Nice. Boom. And now I need to take this off, and I will need 2 hands for that, so I won't be able to record this part. Alright, so now that this is all off, I can now continue taking off the cable management, and once I've done that, I'll show you what the next step is. Bro, this cable management is insane. It goes all the way around up till there, and it's gonna take me ages to do all of that. Bruh. Oh my god, you have no idea. Sorry, you have no idea how long that took me to take all of this off. And so now I just gotta do the rest. Wow, that took a long time, but now we're ready to put on the new stuff, I guess. So I did forget to mention that I did take these old grips off beforehand, and so yeah, that's why it's like this. But now it's time to unscrew the half twist. Alright, I think it's that little screw there above the keyhole, but I'm not sure. Or it could be one of these. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unscrew all of them and see what happens. Alright, here we go. Oh, it doesn't take that. That one was way too small. I will get a tripod soon. It's on its way. Okay, that doesn't work either. I have to go with the stock one, which kind of sucks. Anyway, as I said, I did order a tripod, and I also ordered a GoPro Hero 13 in black, and the bundle, so it has, and like a bunch of accessories as well. So I'll be able to make better videos. Oh, that's already coming loose already. Oh, perfect! I didn't even have to loosen. Oh, well, there goes that piece. I didn't even have to loosen it that much. Alright, perfect. I guess we can just take it off. Alright, so I'm gonna go pick up that piece. Just pop it back there. Boom, that's the ugly half twist. Gone. So now we have to put it through there and cut the zip ties in the bottom as well and check which cable it links up to. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, well, apparently you can't feed this through there, so I just gotta cut the zip ties on the bottom and see which wire links up with which. Perfect. Oh yeah, and I do mention, make sure this is turned off, because you don't want anything bad to happen. Another one done. And last one. Perfect. That's everything. I know, so this part is super simple. You just gotta look for the wire, which is this one. You just gotta follow it right through all the way into there. Unplug it, and yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done, because I need 2 hands for this. Alright, so I took that off. So now it's time to put the new one on. That just goes on like that. Oh no. Maybe I have to unscrew it first. Yeah, that's probably why. Alright, now it should just slide on. Perfect. There's a little bit of room there as well. Alright. Now we grab the wire and we just link it all the way back. Wait, I don't know if we're gonna have enough. Yo, it's a bit short actually. That's not good. Alright, well I'm gonna tighten that anyway. And yeah, I'll show you what's next. Alright, so this is it. We have the wire now. Just have to feed it through. Forks like that. Boom. And then it should just go like that. No way, we don't have enough. There's no way we don't have enough. Oh my god, there's no way. That's impossible. They gave us not enough. What? It stops here. What? Alright. Yellow and white goes with these 2 oranges, and the red, green, and black goes with the white, red, and black. So I'm gonna try and put that together. Alright, well that's very annoying. I have to like sort of feed it through here. But I mean, it's what you gotta do if you wanna make things work. So I'm gonna go connect them up now. Now remember, white and yellow goes with the orange and red. And then the green, red, and black goes with the black, red, and white. So I'm gonna connect those up now. Okay, well I connected it and it sort of just floats there. There is a slight amount of wiggle room, so it'll be fine, I'm sure. If I put some zip ties on and I just put some covering over that, it'll be all good. Alright, so once you connect that, you want to go over here and make sure it's in your desired spot. I think I want mine slightly tilted more up, but yeah. So I'm going to tilt it up by simply grabbing the second option from the smallest, sticking it in the back here, unscrewing it slightly, and simply positioning it to how I like. And then you want to come back here and just simply tighten it back up again. Next step is the new screen, which is here. This one's really easy. You just have to it's literally just unplug the old one and put on the new one. So what you gotta do is you gotta unscrew the things for the old one, and you gotta unscrew this thing here, because that's what controls this screen. But on this one, you just have it already here. And it will also fit there, so make sure you have room on the handlebars. Alright, so this is the screen. I've now taken it off just by loosening these 2 screws. And now you gotta take off this part here, sorry. And this is literally the plug which you use. So just unscrew this, and once I'm going to unscrew this, and once I'm done, I'll show you the next step. And finally, I can get rid of my broken display, which I broke on my first Ridstar crash. The whole thing just popped out, and now it's just broken. But the funny thing is, most of my friends thought it was a design, like a background, like the beach or something. But, you know. Anyway, and then you simply just unplug this. Nice pop. It made a nice pop when I unplugged it, and boom, we can now get rid of this. It was broken anyway. And then we plug in the new display, which is the S866. By the way, I will be supplying the link in the description to all of the products which I'm using including the ones which I'm not showing in this video. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go, I don't know where I should put this because I need to find some space. Here would be ideal. You know, I might just remove this because this is the most useless thing ever. I might put the toolbox up here because I don't really like down there. I want it to be clean. Or maybe I just won't have a toolbox at all and I'll just carry the tools in a separate bag. But anyway, yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna unscrew this phone stand. I mean, I like it because it does have a phone charger like a plug down here. But then it's also taking out my battery. And honestly, I don't use it like at all. Unless I'm putting up sat nav, but I know my way around pretty well, so I don't. And I'm not going far because it just doesn't really have the best range ever, so. Yeah, I'm gonna just take it off. And yeah, super weird because it connects straight into the controller. So that can go. And now I should have enough space to put on the new display. Yeah, that'll be good. I'll just move this horn down a bit to like there. And then that'll be perfect. Alright. But first I'll put this grip on. Alright, so now the grip is on. It feels much better. And full twist is also on. So next up, oh yeah, the display. Alright, so what you gotta do first is grab your display and see how there are some pins in there. You gotta line it up perfectly with that. It's easy because it has like a little notch sticking out there. And same thing here. So it's easy. You just plug it in, and once I plug it in, I'll show you the rest. Alright, so the display is plugged in, and I think I might just, yeah, I'll put it under the brakes. It looks a bit, I don't know. Even if it doesn't look cleaner, I know it'll feel cleaner. And I'm gonna just attach it on right there, I guess. So this is the, yeah, that's perfect. Alright. Alright, I love the display because it has like this little door hinge looking thing. So it can just go on like that. And you simply, and look, it just stays on like that. And now you just screw in this screw, which takes, like, you know, this. I don't know what it's called, sorry. Anyway, so I'll put it on and yeah, I'll show you guys later. You just have to screw it on in the bottom there. Okay, so since I've taken off the light and the light has the horn on it, I'm thinking I can just take this off and use this horn because I don't think I'm going to put the light back on because it's super ugly and it just ruins the look. So, yeah. Also, I might be getting a Baja light soon, so I don't think I'll put it on. To take it off, it's just a little thing there. So it's easy. Alright guys, it is now day 2. Okay, that wasn't the transition element, but there's a big problem. You know how I tried putting the screen back on? Like, I got the full twist on. That's working fine. But, guess what? This is a 48 volts. And guess what? Even though this screen on the listing said it was for 28 volt, 36 volt, and 48, look. 36 volt. Now I have to return it. But the good news is my seat cover did arrive. So I'm gonna go put that on. And I got a staple gun. And in the next video there's gonna be a surprise, but I'll be doing something very special to the frame, which I'm sure you guys will love to. And I forgot to bring the keys to my thing, but that's okay. All I'm doing is putting seat cover on. So that's a shame, but at least I can do this. Now, I am a bit confused because yesterday I thought, oh, it's fine. So put the seat cover and I'll just cut off this one. But I think you actually put it on over the top of this. So now that looks ugly. But it's all good. So I'm gonna put the seat cover on now. And yeah, it's just a cheap Amazon 15 € one, so it's all good. So I'll show you what it looks like when I've sort of positioned it. 3 things I gotta tell you. 1, this is roughly how it's gonna look like, but it's really hard because you gotta stretch it right over the seat and staple it down. 2, I have no idea how to put staples in this thing. And 3, this is terrifying. Like, that gave me a heart attack. So I'm gonna try and figure out how to put staples in this, and yeah. I think I figured it out. This part goes inside there, and then you put the staples in there. So I'm gonna figure out how to put it in. Alright, here are the staples. I'm not sure if these are the right ones, but we're still gonna try it anyway. So I think it goes in like that, and then you put this in over the top, and then that just comes around like that. I think. I'm gonna give it a quick test go. Let's see. Yeah, that seemed to have worked pretty well, so I'm gonna just continue. Alright, so what you gotta do is, when you have it on, you wanna fold it into the spot you wanna put it, and then staple it down. And you will need to staple it multiple times all around the entire seat. So, yeah. But it's hard to do with one hand, so I'm gonna put the phone down for a second and show you what it looks like when I've done the first couple staples. Bro, why is using a stapler like this so scary? Because it has so much power, and I did that, so yeah. Still got a long way to go, but bro, it's so scary, and also I'm finding it really hard to align it perfectly, but you know, it's fine. Alright, I'm happy because I've gotten a lot less scared with it, and I just did my first 3 staples. So I gotta keep this one down, but that's all good because I'm gonna do the back side now, and then focus on wrapping it around. So first do the front to align it, then stretch it over the back so that you make sure that everything's perfectly flat. Then you can bring in the sides and staple it down, and then that'll be the start, and then I'll show you the rest. Alright, so this is what I mean. So basically, I did the first few staples. I did 3 up here, and then I did the side ones slightly, and then some at the top. So then it sort of keeps the general shape of it. And also you want to make sure that it doesn't come up like mine. This is not good. You want it to be like so like tight. So I'm going to focus on trying to make it more tight by pulling on the edges and stapling it down really hard. And I'll show you what it looks like in the end. Okay, so small problem. I stapled myself. Yep, and it hurts a lot. But at least I got like most of the seat done. It doesn't look too bad. But I need to go wash this off. Yeah, that hurts a lot. But you know, things happen. You gotta move on. Alright, after I staple gunned myself in the hand, the seat is finally done, and it is looking fresh. So basically what I did was, I did the top ones first to align it, then the bottom ones to keep it down, then I did the sides so that it wraps around and pulls it tight, and then I just stapled all the way around. So now, I'm gonna give it a quick try. So let's put that in there. Oh, it's such a shame though that the display doesn't work. I was honestly really excited about that. But nothing good ever happens. Like, there we go. I say that's good enough just for a quick test. And of course I can't test it because, oh wait, I did bring the keys. Sick. Alright. So I did put on the full twist at least. That worked. So, sorry, why is the lighting so bad in here? I literally turned on the whole undergun parking lights, but yeah. Take off the thingy. And now, you can take it for a spin. crash. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also have an ODI plate, which I 3D printed. Doesn't look too bad for something 3D printed. And I have my Engway horn, which is so loud. Alright, first start up. Make sure the battery's on. Key twist. Yeah, I think you can probably tell why I need a new display. But anyway, let's try full twist. Done, comfortable. Like, it upgrades it. But as you can see, it moves around quite a lot. So I'm gonna have to sort that out. So I'll put a few more staples in. But honestly, looking pretty good just like this. It's so snappy. I mean, I might want to position it more up, but I mean, whoa, that is like, that's pretty good. Alright, well, full twist and seat cover are now like kind of assembled. Full twist, I just need to make it a bit more to my liking, and seat cover, need to do a bit more work on to make it fit nice and snug. Alright, let's send it back to spot where I stapled my hand. And honestly, bro, that full twist is nice. Alright, and also this is the ODI plate I 3D printed. It's pretty good. And also, yeah, it is flat, but I mean it's bendable, so yeah, that works for me. Alright, get back to this thing. It's an absolute killer. And staple it down a bit more, although I kind of ran out of staples. And the only other ones they supplied me with were these, but I don't know how to fit these. So, alright, one quick thing. The staples that we're using aren't good, so I have to take them all out and use the other ones which it came with, the flat ones, because it makes a much more flush design and it looks way cleaner. So I'm gonna swap them all out and I'll show you what it looks like. So remember this, and now this is how it looks. Much more flush. You can't see any staples basically, and it is way tighter, as you can see. If I drag my hand up and down, it doesn't shift. Side to side, no wrinkles. That's good. So now the seat is done, basically. And yeah, I gotta get a new display. But until then, well, I think it looks great. And next video, I will do something really cool to the frame. As I'm recording this, I forgot to film an outro, sorry. So, I mean, I guess this is it. See you guys in the next video.